Hey there, scopers. Hey, Sunday evening scopers. How's everybody? Wow, look at you guys jumping on. Hey, beautiful. Latrice is on. Hey, beautiful. Thank you. I'm just getting in from dinner and all that good stuff after church today. So I thought I'd scope with you before I put my jeans and t-shirt on. Hey, Nicole. Glad to have you guys on. I think I saw my bishop jump on, Bishop Hutchins. I think I saw him, not for sure, but thank you guys for the hearts already. Yay, I'm excited. Hey, Sonia, you guys know how we do it. I only have one rule, and that is when you jump on, if you just do a dash in your first name so that I can greet you properly. That's it. I'm excited. That is so funny. I'm a genius. I don't know about that. Hey, Yolanda. Hey, Dr. Akers on. All right. Rhonda Pettigrew, there's my girl. Good to see you, sweetheart. Hey, y'all, there's my bishop. Y'all follow him. Touch his name, and then it'll open up, and you guys can follow. Follow Bishop Hutchins. Awesome. Hey, Allison. Hey, Janice. Hey, Monica. Glad to see you're on. Hey, Portia. Let's do some cities. Let me know where you guys are scoping in from. Hey, Dr. G. Glad to see you on. There's Sophia. I saw you. I wanted to get on your scope earlier today. New Jersey's on. Hey, Dr. George. Glad to see you, sir. Portia is here in Atlanta. Good, good, good. Thank you guys for the hearts. I'm so excited. Tiffany's in Cincinnati. Of course, Dr. Akers in the ATL. And Rhonda's in Jackson, Tennessee. Charleston's on. There's Allison in Virginia. Hi, Dana from the ATL. Goodness, you guys are rolling. Memphis, Tennessee, Jacksonville, Florida. I'll be with you guys. Somebody just booked me for a women's conference in October. Lynchburg, Virginia. Hey, Leah. And Sonia, I didn't get to finish reading yours. I think you said you're Mike's daughter. Tika's on from Columbia, South Carolina. Good. Yep, I'm going to talk about the 80-20 rule. Yep. Today is going to be a teaching lesson. Reidsville, North Carolina. I've been there, believe it or not. Girlfriend of mine got married there 20-some years ago, and I was in her wedding in Reidsville. Hey, Latrice in Chesapeake, Virginia. Danielle's on from Houma, Louisiana. Of course, we have a beacon light in Houma. I've been there to teach. Houma is a beautiful place. All right, you guys. Wow, well, you guys have jumped on here tonight. I am so super excited. You don't look that old. Oh, thank you. That's so sweet. But it's Sunday night, you guys, and I thought before I wrapped everything up, I would do a scope with you guys talking about the 80-20 rule. I'm sure you probably heard about the 80-20 rule. So I'm going to, I am going to teach a little bit about that principle and how it helps me to maximize my time. All right, you guys. So, if you, thank you for liking my necklace. Yes, I love Bishop Andrew. If you guys want to talk a little bit about having an amazing week, give me a thumbs up in the comment box. Hey, Rodney from Covington, Louisiana. Thank you for joining. You know, it's Sunday night and it's prime time to get ready for the week. And so this is some things that I do. And so I thought I would share it with you all. Great, great, great. I'm glad to see you guys already. Hey, Danetta. My girl is in Seattle. Woo, I tell you, you're a blessing. Good to see everybody on. Kim is on. My dessert, my gourmet cakes and all that stuff. Glad to have you on. Hey, always Tash, I think it is. All right. Well, good. Let's get started. We'll jump right in here. Of course, you guys know how we do it. If you would, swipe to the right if you're on an iOS device and invite somebody to join the scope. And if you're from Android land, you can swipe up. All right. See, Pastor Phillips, I was kind. Hey, Pastor Ken, glad to see you on, sir. This is going to be a good one. Did you guys enjoy the one yesterday? We talked about how much you should pay a speaker. I'm going to talk about that again this week. So we'll pick part 2 up. But thank you guys for the comments. Yeah, that was a good scope. You guys were great. But tonight's going to be just as good. Okay, so let's get started. A lot of us are familiar with the term the 80-20 rule. And what that basically means is that 20% of what you do generates 80% of your results. So it actually is from an Italian economist, and it's the Pareto Principle. That's really the formal name for it, okay? But it's just also known as the 80-20 rule. So he did some research and found that 80% of the results that we experience in our lives, in our workplaces, is generated from 20% of our actions. So the key is finding out what 20% yields you your 80% return. So let me break it down for you. Of course, I have about 9 different income streams. Now, because I use automation, I am able to juggle them. However, even though I use automation, I put more effort and energy into the 20% of my streams that generates 80% of my income. Really, really simple. And what happens is we allow people to pull on us and make requests outside of that 20%. So that's why you have to use automation. That's why you have to use automation and be focused. Alrighty. So if that makes sense, give me some hearts. Thank you, Sophia. Girl, you are, I keep telling them all, you're my intercessor. So you walking heavy tonight. You knew where I was going with that. It makes sense. And so from a productivity standpoint, I want you this week, if you can't define where 80% of your results are generated from, I want you to track everything you do. Okay? Track everything you do this week. Let's say, for instance, you have a goal of, building, I don't know, an additional revenue stream, but you just don't have the time. Well, when you write down everything that you do this week, you'll be able to see where your time, where your focus, where your energies are directed. Alrighty? And so, hey, Overseer Lewis, so that can explain why you're not able to get a new revenue stream up and running, because your time isn't focused in the right area. So 3 things that I do that allow me to focus on my 20%. And you guys, I am a stickler for this. So, for instance, I say no. I need a scope scribe. Latrice or Nicole, I need a scope scribe. Number 1 is I say no, N-O. I am not afraid to tell people no. If you call me and ask me to consult with you, or, hey, Byron, I didn't see you were on. Thank you for my scope scribes. But if you call me and ask me to help you with something, or if I see you and I'm out at an event, I am not afraid to say no, because you're taking me off my focus. So, and I am so blessed. I do coach a lot of people, but to keep that in perspective, I have 2 days a week that I do coaching, and all of that is set up on my website. So, you guys, look, I forgot. I need to make sure that I put my phone on airplane mode. Okay, good. So, see, that's what I was doing. So I'm not rude and not telling people that I won't help them, but I direct them to my website, which then has the slots that I can take coaching calls. And to be honest with you, when people email me about meeting with me or wanting to talk with me, I'll even have people say, can we go to lunch? Can we go to dinner? I'll pay. I just want to take you out. I say no. I am just, goodness, I hope it doesn't sound cold, but a free dinner is just not worth that to me. My time is too valuable. So I offer 15-minute complimentary consultations, and you can schedule those through my website. And I only do those 2 days a week during a certain amount of time. That's right, Nicole. I'm worth more than a free dinner. And so that's what people think, oh, I want to pick your brain. Well, there's no such thing as I want to pick your brain anyway. But anyway, I direct them to my website so that I can stay on task on that 20% that generates 80% of my income. Because how many of you know at the end of the month, if your month lasts longer than your money, you got a problem. Right? So you have to be careful how you manage your time. Thank you guys for the hearts. You must be enjoying this. Number 2 is, oh my God, you guys, this one I should sell. This is like the best response ever. But you get people that will hit you up. They'll call you. They'll inbox you on Facebook and they'll say, I have this great offer and you could sell coffee, or you can sell cell phones, or whatever the gimmick is for this week. And you can make a ton of money. So, they're like MLMs, right? Multi-level marketing companies. And I'm not knocking them because I have been a part of them before and I've made money. However, this is my response and it's golden. I respond with thank you, but that is not my assignment in this season. So Scope Scribe number 2, respond with, that is not my assignment in this season. It's as simple as that, you guys. Because if you say no, then they're like, you don't want to make another, $6,000 a month? Of course, they know you do. They're taught. They're given scripts to try to convince you, a fail-proof process that you can't say no. But I tell them, thank you so much for thinking of me, but that is not my assignment in this season. And it works because that's the truth. We all have an assignment, and when you are not on point, come on, y'all, that is how you end up in lack. We all running around singing and declaring that, we're operating in the overflow. No, you're not. You're not full. You cannot operate in overflow until you're full first. Overflow comes on top of being full. So I want you guys to stay focused on your 20%. Give me some hearts if that's good. So number 1, we know that we say no. Number 2, we tell people that that is not our assignment in this season. Absolutely. Stay focused on our 20%. And then the third thing that I do that allows me to stay on point with the 80-20 rule in my life is I write down my thoughts that are outside of my 20% so that I can clear my mind and have space to focus on my 20%. See, a lot of us can't focus on what our assignments are in this season because our minds are too clouded with useless information, with taking on tasks of other people, or just psychologically, our mind is, working so fast. We're thinking about, oh, I got to drop off the laundry tomorrow and I got to do, I got to go to the store and buy XYZ. Write all of that stuff down. Again, psychologically, you'll be able to take a woo-saw moment because now you're not stressed out about, I'm going to forget it, right? So those are my 3 things. That's how I operate, every day. You guys, I am an entrepreneur, right? So the 20%, it's true. I literally, out of 9 streams, I can tell you which of those streams generates 80% of my income. And so I'm very intentional about spending my time building those streams, continuously building those streams so that I have time to do like I did Friday. I told you all I worked till about 11:30. Went to a movie, went shopping. I just had a good time Friday. I try to take Fridays off if I'm not traveling for the weekend. And, the week before that, you guys know that I was sick. But because I had, my 20% rolling, I didn't miss a beat. So how many of you all have any questions about that? Think about that. If you're in agreement, give me some hearts. Those are 3 things that you can do to stay focused. Don't let your cell phone run you. It's okay to let a call go to voicemail. I do it all the time. I told you guys on one of my earlier scopes last week about using Google Voice so that my business calls have a special ring and the person has to identify who they are, and then I can decide to take the call. And if they don't say who they are, then I don't take the call. I just send it to voicemail. And then if they leave a message, then I get that message as a text that's transcribed to me, right? So free yourself. Don't put that pressure on you that you just got to be available and say yes to everything and everybody. So the 80-20 rule is the Pareto Principle. He's Italian, and he came up with the concept that 80% of our results are generated from 20% of our efforts. So that's what I'm sitting here working on. Even tonight, once I kind of shut down and get ready for the week, I've got my couple of coaching clients already scheduled for this week. I make coaching, my paid coaching clients have more access to me than the free consultations, right? It only makes sense because that is the stream that's generating revenue. So, and I can tell, and again, I'm happy to talk to anybody, but that's why I do 15 minutes. Because outside of 15 minutes, then you get into problem solving. And a consultation does not mean problem solving. It doesn't mean strategies. It doesn't mean creative ideas. It doesn't. It just means you want to interview me and I want to interview you. And we do that during the 15 minutes. So I set that up on designated days. And it's funny, you know, Periscope's only been out, you know, since March, and I've only been on it for about three or 4 weeks, I guess. But prior to this, were you surprised at the success of any one income stream? Yeah, I was. I'll talk to you about the income streams in just a minute, but I told you all this in one of my scopes last week, that the time to get ready for opportunity is before it presents itself. The time to get ready for opportunity is before it presents itself. Oh, thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the hearts. So I use my scheduling system on my website. I started using that probably like in February. I didn't have people beating down my door to do consultations with me. But look what happened. Now that I'm on Periscope and I'm meeting all you wonderful people and you want to connect with me, and I'm honored that you do, I already have a system in place so that I don't appear to be unprofessional when you all just call my office and want to talk to me. No, I'm able to say, gladly, I'll speak with you. Go to my website and schedule a time. And then that way, you're not frustrated. And then I'm not frustrated because we both have the same expectation. Whenever you schedule that time, that's when we'll talk. And that's when you'll get your opportunity to ask me or share with me. I have my fees listed on my site. Yes, you can get all of that on the Wear Agency. What's Kim saying? I just did that, adding our calendar to my website yesterday. Yeah. Yep. So I schedule 15-minute increments or 1-hour increments. So let's talk about the 9 income streams. Yeah, that's right. Be ready to open the door when opportunity knocks. I have 9 viable income streams. Thank you, Byron. thewearagency.com/contact or private coaching, /private coaching, and you can schedule the times. But I have 9 viable income streams. And it's funny, I was, let me see if I can tell you this story. I had somebody, I better not tell you this story. But I'll kind of give you a little brief excerpt. I had somebody come to me and say, thank you, Byron. I bought whatever product from me. And so I said, okay, great. And so they said, but then I also bought something else from you. I said, okay, great. And then they said, well, then we came back and we bought something else. I said, wonderful. And then she said, you don't know that I bought that product from you? And I literally, I fell out laughing, and I said, as humbly as I could, I said, no. I said, because when you operate multiple income streams, you have to use automation that allows you to be removed from the equation. So everything you bought, I wrote it, I created it, but you do not have to call my office. You don't have to interact with me. Kim is a caterer that's on here. You ought to have a website with, 8 to 10 different cake styles, and then allow people to build and design their own, pay for it, and then you get an email showing that they paid their $300 or $400 for the cake, and then what they want on the cake and what kind of icing and what color and what designs. Think about how much time as a caterer you spend on the phone helping people craft menus. That's a waste of time. That is a waste of time. Time is money. If you guys agree with that, give me some hearts. Yep. Kill the phone calls. Kill the, now your, 75-year-old grandma's not going to go to the website and do all that, and that's fine. There'll be people like that you're going to have to take care of. But I'm just saying, for those that are seeking information, they can take up just as much information as somebody that's buying. That's why I do the 15-minute consultations. Do I have any coaches or speakers on with me tonight? Give me a thumbs up in the comment box if you are a coach or a speaker. Coach or a speaker. Thank you guys for the hearts. Good. Okay, coaches and speakers are coming through. You all should have an EPK. Hey, Pastor Tommy, I want you to have an EPK, an electronic press kit on your website. Everything that someone needs to book you. I don't care if you've never been booked a day in your life. You need to have an electronic press kit. If you're saying that God gave you the gift to be a speaker, then you have to operate like that's already manifested in your life. So you need an electronic press kit. That should be on your website. And it tells who you are, what you speak on, all of that, so that people can get a quick glimpse of what it is you do, audiences you've spoken to. And if you've never been out, that's fine. Get pictures of you just holding a microphone. Listen, after church on Sunday, go to the pulpit and grab a microphone and stand in the corner and let somebody take a picture. Come on now, y'all. We operating in faith. Yeah, put that picture out. Templates for electronic press kits. You can get them. You can download them. You can create some really good ones in PowerPoint. Save it as a PDF. Put it on your website and make it downloadable so people don't have to call your office to get it. All right? And then you can put custom messages can be designed. Because I do that. I have, like 4 or 5 standard workshops that I do for churches. But I also will do custom engagements as well. So, Dr. G is saying link your bio in the electronic press kit. Absolutely. Yep. But make it easy for people to book you. So speaking is one of my income streams. Products, one of my income streams. Let's see, any tips for those in music ministry? Kind of be a little bit more specific. Are you a singer? Are you a musician? Do you write songs? Do you direct choirs? Do you teach workshops? Okay, you're a singer. You should have videos of yourself, of course, singing. But you got to show yourself doing what it is you do. So if you're a singer, I would show myself preparing for singing engagements, even if it's just getting ready for church. I would show myself writing songs. See my little piece of paper? I'd show myself writing songs. I would show myself ministering and praying with other people. I would recommend other people's songs. You know, we're blessed to be a blessing. I would. And that will give people an indication of your heart as well as your gift. Yeah. And that's important. Yeah. People don't just want great singers. They want people with anointing. All right. Thank you guys for the hearts. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Are you guys enjoying this? Give me some hearts if you're enjoying this. So my 3 points about the 80-20 rule. Number 1 is I say no. I say no often. I don't go to lunch with people. I don't go to dinner with people that aren't my clients or that aren't my personal friends. If you want a consultation with me, I'll gladly see you over the phone, or you can come to my office, but you can schedule your time all through my website. Because you can lose 2 hours, 2.5 hours in a day going to lunch with somebody that's not willing to make an investment in their own success. So why should I go to lunch with you? Dr. G, of course, but why should I go to lunch with you, even though you're paying, to have you sit there and say, well, you know, I don't know. I'm not sure what God wants me to do. And, you know, I'm not sure if I can really afford it. And, well, hey, if you don't know, I sure don't know. Right? I am not your counselor. I am a coach. So, you know, preachers and counselors help you understand what's in you. As a coach, it is my job to show you how to use what's in you. All right? So I can't help you identify what's there. That's not what I do. Right? I help you once you've identified something's there. I help you figure out how to use it, how to make money, how to monetize it. All right? The Kimberella marketing, that's so funny. I know you guys are laughing at my hashtags. I'm not your counsel, I'm your coach. But that's true. That is true. During Monday through Friday, I am a coach. Right? Thank you guys for the hearts. You guys are so funny. So any questions? I do have coaching programs. I mean, I didn't really get on here to do a big spiel for my coaching program, but Scope Scribe, you can share robinandware.com, and that's where all my coaching programs are. Good. I'm glad you guys enjoyed this information. Nicole, you're so kind. I had the privilege of speaking at her organization's international conference, I guess a couple of summers ago. All right, Pastor Lamont, good, glad to have you on. Yep, you do. You have access to Success Suite. Yep. Kim is one of my students that graduated from the Success Suite. Good, good, good. All right, you guys. Well, you know, we'll be on tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. I'm going to be doing the Success Suite. How is coaching different from consulting? Well, coaching gives you direct strategies and consulting doesn't, right? As a consultant, I will advise you, but as a coach, I'm holding your hand. I am helping you implement. I am out there getting dirty with you. Think about it like a football coach. The football coach, though they practice with the team all week, when it's game time, they're down there on the field. They're calling the plays. They're pulling players in and out. They are hands on. A consultant advises, and then you run with it. Okay, so that's the difference. Yes, church chat is tomorrow. So Success Suite with Robin Ware is 9 a.m. And then church chat is 11 a.m. All right, we're going to try that. Do you coach on being a host, TV host? Absolutely. Yep, absolutely. So, I mean, let me say this. I can coach on being anything you want in the world. It's not about the curriculum or about what the career path is. It's about the strategies to get there. So think about that. All right. So it's just like scripture. We teach, you know, the scriptures, the scripture's full of principles, and the principles work. All right. So it's, regardless if you're a believer or not, if you sow, you reap. All right. So thank you guys. I hope that you had a good time. Coaching is misunderstood, and that's why maybe I'll do a scope this week talking about how to identify a coach. Who asked the question about the show? I'd like to connect. I'm not sure. Robin has answers to all streams, and if she doesn't, she will get them. That is so funny. Pastor Vernell. Good. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. So tomorrow morning, please invite somebody to join our scope. Again, it's for entrepreneurs, the Success Suite. And then at 11 a.m., it will be Church Chat. And if you haven't gotten my ebooks, everything's Eastern Standard Time. I'm in Atlanta. So if you haven't gotten my ebooks, Periscope with a Purpose and Periscope for Profit, I want you to get them. Scope Scribe, if you'd put in scopequeen.com, that's where you can get my ebooks. I thank you guys that have already purchased. I love it, you guys. I wake up in the middle of the night to dings because, I like to know when money cometh, right? So I get dings in the middle of the night that sales are happening. I'm telling you, you guys can experience the same success. It's just a matter of you taking the time to make yourself your priority. It's as simple as that. When I decided, okay, even though I love to shop and I love great clothes and love jewelry, that I would take, $300 or $400 and not put it on a dress, but put it into some coaching. That's what I did. And then that investment paid off for it myself. So you got to decide. It's a mindset. You got to make that decision that this is the season where I'm going to make that investment in myself. So anyway, and you can start by getting my ebooks. It's as simple as that. All right. So that you guys can be doing Periscopes. I hope that everybody watching now has done Periscopes, right? Don't worry about how big your platform is or isn't. It will grow as you continue to do it. I started with like 10 or 12 people, and now I have 500-600 people on my scopes. So thank you guys. You all have a fantastic Sunday evening. I will connect with you guys on tomorrow. Bye-bye.